What was your wittiest comeback that you're still proud of? Working at a pizza shop. Troublesome customer tries to stack coupons that clearly state one coupon per purchase. After being refused by everyone in the restaurant including the owner, he goes on a tirade saying that the district attorney is his cousin, and was threatening a lawsuit lol. As he was heading for the door, he said, "You can't afford to mess with me." I shouted after him, "You can't afford a large pizza." My mom was asking about my daughter and her boyfriend. Are they going to get married? I'm just not ready to be a great grandmother. Well, you could try being a good one first. I'm big guy, 66 270-ish lbs, and this happened about 2 years ago. I was grocery shopping with my wife and went looking for something that was on the list. I don't remember what. I was heading up one of the aisles when I crossed paths with a shorter dude that was obviously on some type of upper. He was bouncing all over the place looking for something. He noticed me as I passed him and he stops and says, "Well, you're a big fella." I reply, "Yes I am. I constantly get this remark." As I'm continuing by him he states, "I could take you though." I stopped and put a surprised look on my face and exclaimed, "Really? All 12 inches? Guy walks into my bar with brown robes on. I ask, "What's with the robes? You just get out of a Renaissance fair." He replies, "No, I'm a Carmelite priest." I exclaim, "I'll be damned." He answers, "I hope not." He totally got me in front of whole bar. I'm an engineering freshman this year. My brother, who's a sophomore, changed majors from engineering to flight this semester after failing a course or two. When we were home for spring break we were casually teasing each other and he just says, "You're dumb. LOL, got him." I put on a fake pout and said, "Dang, you're right. Guess I'm gonna have to be a pilot now." Friend, we need to measure out 12 inches. I know we'll use my dick. Me, you got 12 of them. I used to work as a carpenter's assistant. For some reason, I bought myself a 22-ounce framing hammer, which is, to be honest, more hammer than you'll ever need. One guy I worked with was teasing me about it. A real carpenter doesn't need more than a 16-ouncer. I replied, "You've been listening to your wife too much." Ha. She's been telling you size doesn't matter, right? This wasn't a comeback, but a witty burn for sure. On the bus in high school, a girl who frequently annoyed me with her loud storytelling was telling everyone about how she was getting hit on by one of the trash collectors while waiting for the bus. Typically I was the quiet kid who kept to myself, but this time I chimed in with, "I think he was just trying to do his job." Once, when I was 7 and, admittedly, often obnoxiously precocious, my grandparents had been showing off my vocabulary and spelling skills to various aunts, uncles, and cousins. One of my uncles, a known joker and all-around funny guy, thought he'd get one up on me. "Can you say antidesis antidesestab antidis?" He tried for a good while to ask me if I could say antidesestablishmentarianism, hoping to stump me. Little me calmly watched him fumble this word for a good dozen or so tries before interrupting him with, "Can you?" 25 years later, my family still bring up the one time our smartass, practical joker uncle was thrown for a loop by a first grader. At a previous job, I always sit nearest the door every job, somehow, no idea why. We share a building with a visa company. They were in the room next door to us, but recently moved offices to a different floor. I'm sitting working, nothing important. I hear sounds to my right. There's this gorgeous lady there leaning against the door frame. I'm looking for someone, she says breathlessly in this strong Eastern European accent. About the most come hither voice I've ever heard outside of a movie. Without even thinking, I quickly found someone. Today the elevator is out. It's 3 floors up. I assume the stairs were murder. I redirected her to the visa company she was looking for, ground floor. Nobody I worked with in that company has ever let me forget the smoothest line I will ever give. I was the dealer on a roulette table. Customer, what do I get if the ball lands in a number besides the one I bet on? Me, my condolences. After screwing up at work. Colleague, I'm not sure if it's because you're dyslexic or stupid. Me, I like to think it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column 2. This one guy was hitting on me in middle school. He asked if I wanted to go on a date with him. I told him no. He said I won't take no for an answer. I said well you should, because you'll be hearing it a lot. Graduated college 2 years ago and am currently working a rather boring desk job to save up money for grad school. My boss has a great doggo that I will periodically walk because I feel bad that it just sits next to me all day without going out much. Anyways, I had some college friends come visit me, some of which I'm not huge fans of, and one girl said, "Hey, how's your job picking up dog shit?" I think she must have seen my Snapchats or something. I was a little caught off guard by this comment though. We were never super close in college or anything. Luckily, I knew that she still doesn't have a job and is working on her music career. I responded with, "Good. Speaking of dog shit, how's your music career going?" Still feel good about that one. Her music sucks.